Back in live action. Top of the morning, evening, night, wherever you are. It's been a little while since I did one of these. I had threw myself out of a rhythm only for a few days, which I'm very proud of. Even though I threw myself out of rhythm, it only lasted a few days, opposed to like how it normally be like weeks or even months. And I jump right back in to my flow state, which is the note to self for the day. Flow or flow state, whichever you want to call it, which is basically just like the state of like being in like when you're immersed in whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is you're engaged in at the time, and being so immersed that it's almost like time stops around you, and it's one of those things where if you're able to tap into that often and use it wisely, like use it with like productive, constructive things, that work to your benefit, you'll see a lot of progress with life in general. And I feel like everybody's experienced this at least at some point in time in their life, where they were just in a flow state where it was like they were just so into whatever it was they were doing that they couldn't feel anything else. The only thing they could feel was themselves and whatever it is that was in front of them at the time. So for me, along with having patience, along with having discipline, along with having consistency, being consistent, along with being persistent. Another thing that'll help tie all of these things together is finding your flow state. Finding that balance on that scale where everything just makes sense, and it's like it doesn't feel like a chore, it doesn't feel like a hassle, it doesn't feel like hard work. It just feels like you're there and you're just doing whatever it is that you're doing. I just left the gym. I try to put myself in a flow state whenever I'm in the gym, whenever I'm exercising. Sports, if you're a basketball player, whatever sport you play, you find yourself in a flow state a lot of the time because you're actually engaged, and it gets competitive, and it's constant back. It's right there, constant back and forth. So it's easy to get yourself into that flow state. Getting into a flow state is not hard per se, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. You really just have to lock in. Like you just gotta lock in. Whatever it is you're doing, just lock in. And but once you lock in and once you're in there, it's one of the best feelings ever. So note to self. Get into your flow state. It helps.